Good afternoon, it's JB from the Ignite Your Purpose podcast. We talk longevity through a healthy lifestyle, the mental, physical, and spiritual, the mind, body, soul trifecta. It's an amalgamation of my learnings, Max's learnings, things we read, things we see, conversations we have, and we hope to kind of really jumble this up into some form of valuable content for sharing, for listening, and for conversing on. So we're back together today after my planes, trains, and automobiles freaking nightmare yesterday. Great experience, held it all together, and I'm in the middle of London now, chilling out for a bit, waiting for my lovely lady to come back. And we thought we would talk briefly, basically, very simply. Good afternoon, Matt, by the way. Good afternoon, listeners. Thanks for tuning in. As always, we do appreciate your time.
Definitely.
Because all of my flights and the boats and everything was cancelled yesterday. And on the Isle of Man, it's a small island, it's a small community. We only have a certain amount of supermarkets and storage places. It's it's almost like medieval times. We don't have much. It's not quite that bad. It's a cool place. But if the boat doesn't come in for 2 or 3 days, the whole place kind of grounds to a halt, and people kind of panic shop and go and buy the milk and buy the loaves and stock up, because there's that fear of not having things when you want them, the fear of another famine coming around. And although it's slightly different in the UK, I thought we'd just talk about how the whole system is run on. If this doesn't turn up and that doesn't happen and that doesn't happen, that means this is effective, then that's effective, and you can't do it. So I thought we'd just have a bit of a quick chat on the system, capitalism, whatever you want to call it.
The chain of events, the reactionary chain of events, the system we rely on, which is very, we're dependent on everything basically running on time, right?
Yeah.
For example, you go to the supermarket and the lemon truck didn't come in. Well, shit, you may not have lemons for a week. Where I'm from, right? Because we don't grow lemons here. And when John and I were talking, it was just, I was amazed that he was able to hold it together, which is so awesome. And, we always say this, John, there is no one thing to blame, right? Like, so how do you be mad? Who do you be mad at? And then John also spoke about, viewing people who are in worse situations than him, the families, the, ones with kids, and, the stresses involved there. When we look at the bigger picture too, and if things don't come in on time and, the system does get, bogged up or sidetracked, how do we then react when, like I said, food doesn't come in for a week? We panic. We're in such a system where it's hand to mouth, like so quickly. It is one of those things where it's like, will mindset get you through it at that point?
Yeah. Oh, you've stopped, have you? Is that it? Is that all you've got? I've not come up with anything yet.
Okay.
I think the experience that I've taken is when things don't work out, whether that's your travel, or the avocado truck doesn't come in, or a delivery doesn't make it on time, it's so easy, and historically I've done this, to freaking lose the plot and panic. Oh my God, the raw cacao powder's not come in. We're not going to be able to make chocolate chai puddings for a week. And it's about layering things back into perspective. If
nice word.
The Amazon order doesn't turn up, is your world going to grind to a halt overnight, or actually, is there an alternative you can make to live without whatever product, like a box of nappies, or a spare part for your camera, or whatever it might be? And it's just layering back into perspective. All of a sudden, am I going to be unable to go to work because the car's broken down? I think the more we break it down, there are always layers. Okay, my car's broken down. Can I speak to a neighbour? Are they going the same direction in the morning? Is there a bus? Is there public transport? tell you what, shall I fix the puncture on the motorbike on the push bike? I could walk to work. It's only 3 miles, because we come so ingrained in certain routines and certain behaviours when certain things happen. We don't know how to kind of analyse the situation when that does happen. It's about doing like a battlefield assessment. I always talk about no plan survives first contact with the enemy. So we're going to attack this trench. We're going to go this way because we think this is going to happen. If every time we did that and little Johnny in his trench goes right instead of left, we'd sort of grind to a halt, stop, and nothing would happen. But being able to sort of gain perspective from your environment, understanding the different sort of idiosyncrasies of what's happening in that moment, enables you to go, right, well, I could do this, or I could do this. I could do nothing, okay, I could do something, I could make a bit of effort, or I could go, right, screw that, we're going to freaking go all out in this direction. It's new and it's different and it'll be uncomfortable, but you never know what happens. It might all work out. And I'm kind of hoping that I rambled a bit there and I've created some sort of ideas out of nowhere, and Max is going to tie it all together at the end.
You know what? You gave me 2 great words. Perspective was massive, and from that I gathered, so then we got to think of what's truly important, right? So through perspective, you're gonna, you're gonna find out through your perspective. Okay, the avocado truck didn't come in, or the lemon truck didn't come in. Okay, so now what's important in my life? Is this the thing that's gonna make me lose my head, or going home and being able to say, what, we still have food. If there was a hurricane or whatever the situation be, we're talking perspective, right? And go, what, my family's safe. I have my health. I have my mentality. We can get through this. It's not the fact that one thing's missing from our life, right?
It enables you to kind of grow as an individual instead of just being static and being the same.
Exactly.
And then possibly these insignificant little lessons or insignificant little learnings or personality changes that you go through will enable you for when it does go pear-shaped, when all of a sudden when America does bomb Korea or there's the
massive
oil and boats can't go anymore, so we actually have to grow our own things and work. It just enables you to be more, to have more tools in your toolkit to deal with situations that don't necessarily come up every day.
Exactly. No, and that's
adapt,
I agree with that one. Perfect. I think that's perfect. John's in a little cafe, so we can't take up too much people's time. People, as always, we look at this guy. Now he's going to show us where he is. From what he tells me, Twitter's like right there.
Twitter's upstairs.
The head office of Twitter. Well, that's pretty swanky, brother. He just found himself a little spot and sat down. That's what I love about the hustle right there, man. You go back to Gary Vee, you go back to all these people who are trying to instill the hustle, and there it is, man. Able to do our show. He jumped onto somebody's Wi-Fi, and we're rocking across the nation. That's just amazing.
That's it. Well, tomorrow we'll be coming live from Malta in the 35-degree heat. And we'll be making every minute, taking every moment, because we don't get that kind of weather at home. So we'll have a good time. We'll think of something to share, and we'll be back tomorrow. So from me, thank you, Max. He's gonna say his out today.
Okay, people, we thank you as always. We know you could be anywhere in the world, and I'm pumped that me and John got to be able to talk today because it's not as fun without the interaction. We thank you. Thank you for the iTunes. Thank you for the podcast. Thank you for the Spotify. Subscribe, like, share. We appreciate you guys. Talk to you tomorrow.
See you. Bye.